Hello, beautiful souls. I am Angeline, your Yoni Gatekeeper, and today I wanted to share a recap on a beautiful event that I was invited to be a guest speaker at. This event was called the Love's Red Tent event, where we focus on the overall aspect of menstrual health. And I was invited to be a guest speaker to talk about how I surrender into my menstrual cycles and how it had actually elevated and upgraded my whole lifestyle. So enjoy yourself.
I heard about her doing the Yoni Steams, and I heard about her doing her special event that she does every so often. And I was like, man, I gotta go to this event. I gotta go. Oh no, we was talking on Instagram. That's how it was. Cause I'm like, okay, how did I meet her? We was talking on Instagram, and I was like, I gotta come to your event. I gotta meet you. And she's like, yeah, people tell me about you. And I'm like, people tell me about you. So we had a link. Like whenever that time comes, it comes. So anyhow, when I met her, I just literally felt like so happy to know that when I met her, I felt an instant part of myself where knowledge, like the respect for the body was the same, like on a level that was, it's so honoring to hear someone speak from a perspective and you know that they are doing the work. Like they are literally no mess ups. Like this is what I'm doing and I'm faithful to it. And it's not like, you meet people that are like, oh yeah, I've done that before. But sometimes you can hear, oh, I've done that before, and know that it's not like prominent. But please, everybody just give a round of applause for this beautiful goddess, Angeline, Yoni Gatekeeper.
Thank you, love. Yes, and we met actually, like, first time was at Lizzie Jeff's event. Really? She had something in, you remember? It was like her first, like, music event, and we were in this little cute shop. Oh, yes. Yes. And then we kept in contact. Yes.
Okay. So see, yes, that is where.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. First, I want to say thank you, love. This is such a beautiful event, okay? Thank you for holding the space for all of us to come together and just express from our womb space. And I want to say thank you, ladies, for giving me this moment now to just express my journey and practice this public speaking.
Okay, let's do it.
Mine's come with an iPad, okay? So I just want to introduce myself. Hello, beautiful, beautiful souls. My name is Angeline. I am your Yoni Gatekeeper, so my job is to serve women into choosing and connecting them to the many alternative of well-being that life has to offer. Through my practice as a PeriSteam-HydroTherapist, which is a vaginal steam facilitator, women are easily able to explore the portals of their wombs through the assistance of herbal properties, right? And with this benefit, women are able to feel more grounded and connected to self, while also addressing any root problems they may be carrying around knowingly and unknowingly. So the purpose of me being here today is to share my personal journey with my menstrual and how surrendering to it has truly shifted and upgraded my lifestyle. I truly believe that in order for anyone to receive the full blessing and healing, we must first acknowledge the roots of it all. And because of this, I do feel that we can always find a solution within our wombs. So I'd like to tell you my story. All right, so I used to be those little girls, like, I don't know if you guys had sex education really early. So we started where I'm from, like in first grade. And every time they brought up menstrual, I was like, ugh, no, never. This would never happen to me. And then, yeah, as soon as I turned 13, that thing came knocking on the womb, like, what's up, girl? So ever since then, my menstruals were like torture to me. I would have symptoms that would actually put me in the ER. And I basically dreaded my menstrual every freaking month. So I had 7 days of pain and discomfort. So let's do the math. We're doing 7 days times 12 months. That's a total of 84 precious days out of the year of pain and discomfort. Now, I think that's crazy, okay? Like, that's 24% of our entire year that is given to pain and discomfort. And during this time, I was dependent on pain medicines, and due to this dependency and overuse of chemical of pain medicines, it started to have a domino effect into my internal well-being, and my guts became all jacked up, and also my yoni flora. Now, at this point, I was basically mentally drained and too self-conscious. So I went years not engaging in sex, thinking that something was wrong with me. I would run to these clinics begging, y'all. I was begging for a solution to my problem. And the only thing they would offer me was either birth control or more pain medicine. And it occurred to me that these limited options were just destructive cycles that I wanted nothing to do with. Because of this awareness, it led me to requesting God for help and to connect me to my solution. Now, during this time, I was living a whole different lifestyle. It was the fast life that involved drugs, alcohol, and lots of money, okay? But I knew I wanted a way out, and on top of that, my menstrual symptoms were getting worse and worse, and even my digestion and weight was changing rapidly. And because I was so intentional of wanting this change, within a week, I was giving a sign to go on a fast. Now, mind you, I've never done a fast before. I was that chicken wing girly at one point. Like, chicken wing was my crack. So I thought people who did these things were a little cuckoo, okay? But I had no choice, because every time I would place a certain food in my mouth, my body would erupt in boils, which is basically a sign in your internal that is begging you to release all of this toxin that has been built up. So I decided, I followed my spirit, and the first day of my period, I went on a 10-day water fast. I didn't tell anyone. It was just me and my Holy Spirit. Within those 10 days of no intake, I learned a lot about myself. I was introduced to silence and the beauty of her loudness. I asked questions that was answered with love and instruction. I cried, I laughed, I grieved, I rejoiced, and I was renewed. I asked for guidance for my overall well-being, and within that week, I was connected and reminded of Yoni Steam. Now, Yoni Steam is something I grew up to know in my culture as a Haitian descent as a remedy for afterbirth care. I never put the two and two together, nor did I think that this practice was deeper than just postpartum care. So it became a bridge to connecting me to my actual womb space. I remember my first Yoni Steam, and it was really heavenly, honestly. It didn't make sense yet to me, but I decided to steam myself for 3 months straight. While also relearning how to properly nourish my temple, since I basically did just get out of a 10-day fast, and now I was weighing a total of 89 pounds. Within 3 months, I started to see a big change in my menstrual patterns, such as lighter periods and zero cramps, and also upgraded my internal intake by educating myself with holistic resources and mentors, which led me to strengthening and healing my gut significantly. Now, 8 years later, I am basically cramp-free and now have a greater understanding of how to prevent and eliminate menstrual discomfort. Because I decided to listen to my inner self and follow the whispers of my womb, I was able to cultivate an ideal lifestyle that emphasized and focused on my feminine well-being. I was now in a better state of receiving the downloads that were meant for me during my cycle. It was no longer drowned by the noise of pain and discomfort. I'm now able to rest and relax and honor myself while I grow through this process as a true creatress. Being in the state made me realize how precious our menstrual cycle is and how important it is for us women to honor the state of rest, because this is where our treasures are hidden. So after a year of secretly doing Yoni Steams to myself and truly seeing the results, I knew I wanted to share this with other women in my area, So I started experimenting and inviting women over to come and try these Yoni Steams and also the herbs that I formulated for the other areas of their internal and external well-being. And what made this more exciting for me is that they too were getting results, right? I was helping women who had missing cycles, who had BV issues, who felt disconnected to themselves and life around them, women who had acne issues, and so much more. It was such a fulfilling awareness to be in the position to connect with women in a multitude of ways that connected us to these alternative practices, such as Yoni steaming, that had a tremendous domino effect of benefits into our lives. And at this point, I was ready to take on the world. Once I was able to help somebody make a baby, I was like, oh, yeah, untouchable, okay? I proclaimed my existence to be an expression of feminine well-being. So life took me on a plane ticket after saying yes to surrendering to the sirens of my cycles, which brought me out of my old element and into a whole new atmosphere, aka South Florida, shout out to y'all, to expand my exotic expression of God's well-being. I must say that this journey of learning about myself through the perspective of my womb has been an elevating one. It has only gotten better and better and better. My womb and cycle has gifted me with the birth of my Yoni Spa, which is located in downtown Fort Lauderdale, where I'm able to help guide and hold space for women to honor the feminine well-being in essence. It's a blessing that keeps on flowing. And because of this gift, I am constantly surrounded by beautiful goddesses who are also in tune with the fruits of well-being. My energy source has become limitless. The skin is popping. Check it out. The creative ideas are flowing. It just feels so good to be healthy and alive. What a pleasure. I know a lot of us can affirm that this route that we have chosen is really an upgrade. And I want to say that I am proud of all of you. I don't know what you do on your day-to-day. I don't know what it's like, but I do know if your spirit connected you to be here on this very day at this beautiful red tent event, is because you are a living proof of the blessing that continues to pour out of your womb space. It's because you honored yourself and showered yourself with grace and love. So I want to say to continue to be open to the many alternatives that life has to offer. There's plenty of delicious fruits that we have not yet bitten into that will open up so many doors of loving possibilities. So have fun and indulge yourself. This life can be so good to us. I thank you ladies for so much for having me this afternoon as I hold space to inspire you to reflect on the many alternatives that life has to offer, such as Yoni steaming. And if you have any questions and would like to simply connect, please do not hesitate to come to me afterward. I am open. I'm filled with love and grace. And with love always, ladies, thank you for hearing me. Be well.
If you're looking for any activities to do in this beautiful city of ours and looking for like-minded people that want to connect and expand on our everyday life, definitely look forward to more events like this where we come together and just enjoy ourselves. So again, I am your Yoni Gatekeeper, and I thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, have a wonderful and beautiful day. Mwah.